All right, FightHype.com here, live at the Porter residence with the
Look
Porter
at
way.
me this morning. Look at me.
You always dress sharp for the podcast.
Listen, man, I can't wear a lot of this stuff on TV. Camera effects, and it affects the camera, so I'm pulling it all out now.
It's too fly for camera?
It's too fly for TV.
Too fly for TV.
How is that possible?
They got, well, you know.
I love it. Anyway.
But yeah, we also got your co-hosts here, Carson and Ant.
Yeah.
I wish that was too fly for our podcast.
I wish I could get a suit like that. My man's clean. But,
He looks like he sells insurance, but that I'm glad that I'm not glad that he can wear those on. I wish he didn't wear them on TV or here, but
Now, I like this one. This is nice.
Do you like
I'm
this
feeling
one?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm feeling it.
I am too.
I'm feeling it, I ain't gonna lie.
No one can say you're not original.
Twice.
Hey, you swirled on
Yeah.
it? You swirled.
he is pound for pound,
I was walking like Denzel for no damn reason.
pound for pound, biggest ties in boxing.
Oh, yeah.
Showtime, Shawn Porter.
Absolutely.
No one can accuse you of being unoriginal.
That's what I'm trying to be.
So, but Shawn, guys, great performance by Terence Crawford over the weekend against Kell Brook.
Agreed.
Yeah,
I guess I did. I guess I did say that.
yeah,
Not
no,
ask,
absolutely, I agree.
But Shawn, do you feel that was the same Kell Brook that you faced in 2014?
Doesn't matter. I think that Kell has done enough to get to this point that he was at just the other night or just last night.
Yeah,
And I think that we saw sharp Kell Brook for 3 1/4 rounds. And then Southpaw Terence Crawford showed up, and he pulled out a weapon.
Yeah.
He pulled out a weapon and boom.
that dude. When there is an opportunity to close the show or close somebody out,
That's impressive.
it goes from all
It
the
is.
lights for Kell Brook to none of the lights because
Yeah.
Terence Crawford wiped him out. He is, if not the best, he's one of the best at sensing trouble and ending it when
It's-
he needs to.
It's like when he turns into Southpaw, Terence Crawford, it's like the Power Rangers when they morph. He morphs and whoops your ass.
That's a bit much, no?
Yeah, no, man.
I like it.
Yeah, cool, but
I'm
yeah.
mad I ain't come up with it.
Why do you think? Why does he? And I asked him this after the fight too. But why do you guys think he always takes a couple rounds to turn southpaw when that's usually where he has?
Get some cardio.
Can I beat you the easy way?
Yeah, no, I think it's probably. I know I have this X factor if I need it. So maybe I just, start off. If I can get some success that way, maybe I don't even need it. But I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. My first thought is he is just seeing what he can get from that side a little bit. That's basically what you say. He's seeing from what he can get from over there if he's got some success over there. But he just seems to be more effective as a southpaw. I think the worst thing I'm not even going to say that because I'm giving it away. So.
Yeah, don't give it away.
Yeah.
I feel like with the...
Oh, in terms of fighting us out, you don't want to tell us.
No, I mean in terms of me fighting Terence Crawford.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like it's all a warm-up until he gets to Southpaw.
Yeah.
It's like he's warming up literally and then like, all right, now let's go. I figured this fool out, like, let's go.
I just don't understand why.
Yeah, nobody.
I don't. Yeah, it's the why.
And he also.
If you're that good, just go ahead and come
Remember
out.
I asked him in the last show. I said, "Hey, yo, is there a game plan? Or are you just gonna come out there and fill it out and do it?" That's what I see him doing.
Yeah.
I get it. You're preparing for the dude, and if he does this, I'm gonna do that kind of stuff. But I don't think he has really the X's and O's the way some of us do in our game planning.
Right.
I think that he more so just has. These are my X's and these are my O's.
Yeah.
And let me start filling in the squares as the fight goes on.
He even mentioned in that interview we had with the switching from orthodox to southpaw. He said initially his coaches were like, "No, stop doing that." And then eventually he was like, "I kept doing it," and they were like, "Well, we have to do this now." So I think it's a nice thing to have in the arsenal.
Again, you're watching him, not wanting to share things. I'm imagining Errol is, of course, he's watching as well. He knocks him out a round earlier than anyone else did, a round earlier than Golovkin. But even with that said, is there anything you're seeing in the fight that makes Terence look vulnerable? I know Kell was able to.
Don't give it away.
Just bleep it out, whatever he said.
But no, I mean,
Well, I speaking on me, and there's no secret. I'm a fast starter. You know, I don't like to really get in there and fill it out. The way I figure out what a guy wants to do and what I can do is by basically making him react, make him react. You know, so I think that's one thing that will work for me against Terence Crawford. You're not gonna get a fill out round. You better come to the ring and know if you're fighting southpaw or orthodox. I'm telling you that right now, because if think you're gonna be able to want to figure it out, I'm not giving you time to even say, hey, let me see how this works. You're gonna say, oh yeah, that's either it's working or it ain't. You know what I mean?
Because even though Kell Brook may have won 2 or 3, however you look at those early rounds, it was still different than a Shawn Porter approach where he's winning, but he's jabbing, he's throwing a 1-2, he's going the body a little bit,
and it was good. Yeah. All you have to do is win rounds.
Yeah.
But for me, what I do is not only do I try to win the round, but I also try to present challenges out the gate. And then again, as you start to answer questions, I start to see different things. Then the fight starts to play the way that it plays. So, but I think that everybody's saying right now it could be the jab could kind of be the key to success for him.
His timing is incredible. He out-timed the timer because Kell Brook is great at timing, and he out-timed him. And as soon as he figured that out, it was over. Yeah. It was night.
Yeah.
Night.
Curtains.
The thing that I liked about the fight, and this is who I am, it became. So you talk about Kell Brook wanting very good with his timing. His timing is based upon you coming in, and Terence is just straight up. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? It was a little bit of a waiting match at first.
Absolutely, he said it himself.
Yeah. And then, but who was the first to react? The first one to throw punches was Kell Brook.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing. However, you could tell that at that point where he threw that punch, it was like, hey, we're both just standing here. Let me just get this out there.
Yeah.
And that was what Terence needed to basically start reading the book. And took some rounds, but all I'm seeing from you was a jab. All you're gonna do is jab me all night. You're not gonna double up on the jab. You're not gonna,
We see no chocolate brownies.
No chocolate brown. We saw one chocolate brownie.
Yeah, it didn't land. I don't think.
I think it landed.
I felt like he caught it.
Chocolate brownies were in short supply.
Yeah, they didn't make it to the ring.
But then it just became a matter of time for Terence Crawford.
Right.
Yeah.
It always seems to be just
yeah.
with Terence Crawford.
Yeah, that's my dude, man. I'm a fan of the dude. He's a really good boxer, really good athlete, and you see it all in the ring. With some guys, you really just see them as a fighter. You just see them as a boxer. With him, you see him as a boxer and an athlete, being able to make the right moves at the right time. Look in his eyes, you can see him thinking. You can see him really calculating. He said after the fight, it took me some time to figure out my distance, but once I figured out my distance, I started to get to work. That's professional boxing right there. Like, I get it. He contributed losing the first couple of rounds, if that's how he felt, or the slow start to him just trying to figure out his distance. But you can see him really calculate it all, and it all come together for him. And he does it every time.
Well worth to lose those first couple of rounds if he did, because
he's that damn good, man.
Yeah,
he's good.
Is he number 1 pound for pound?
I got him number 2 after Canelo, but he's damn good.
I got him 1.
He's damn good.
Canelo's a monster.
He's damn good, man.
And he's had the opportunity, the resume to to prove it. Canelo has, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, in my personal opinion, so has Terence Crawford.
Right.
I get it. Some of the guys that he fought may not have been, the best at their point in times, but he's good.
So you were getting passionate about it on the show today with the guys that you still would want to fight him.
I'm mad at myself for even arguing with these dudes. They know boxing, but there's some things that I know that they just don't know.
We never been
because
in the ring.
they've never been in the ring.
Yeah.
I'm over here talking about gunshots and
got you out of character. That's what we do, baby.
And people running up on you in the streets and what you gonna do when that happens.
You're making it sound worse than it really was.
If it was a fight, we would have stopped you.
You were away podcast on Tuesday. You fill out.
But you know what it was actually was, when
I'm mad at myself. I'm mad at myself. In retrospect, I'm mad at myself. Once I saw where our time was in the show, I was like, damn, why am I going so hard on this?
And what's crazy is that's what we do.
Yeah.
We piss people off, so we came together and did it. Oh man.
No, don't even. He's like, I don't understand what I'm trying to do. It wasn't with him.
We're always
solid.
Yeah.
Well, we get it done.
Yeah, we're like.
Well, you talked about Brook's resistance or lack thereof once Crawford started landing big punches, and
Really was just one big punch.
Yeah.
Even I was impressed. Even in the beginning of the fight, we saw. I think Kell threw a jab. Terence leaned back, came with one. Kell leaned back, came with one. That's boxing.
that was a great sequence.
That was a great sequence. When I saw that, I was like, this is gonna be a great fight, And it came a little. It was a lot shorter than I expected it to be, but it was a great fight. When I see stuff like that, that's what lets me see the intelligence that the guys are bringing to the ring, the challenges that they're bringing to the ring, and it's not all just about the brute force that a lot of people think is all boxing is about. That's why I love the sport.
But
Done cities.
Yeah, you distance yourself.
socially distancing himself now.